Wizards of the Coast has gone ahead and unleashed pure insanity into the secondary market of Magic this week. Now, in today's video, we are going to be discussing the hottest selling cards in Magic. We're going to follow through with these unbanned cards causing all the problems, and then we're going to finish things off with the financial implications of what happens when cards become unbanned and speculators come roaming in. A whole lot of wealth was just created in Magic the Gathering, and most players are not even aware of it yet. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here, and thanks again for hanging out with me on the channel today. And remember, if you're new to the channel and you like today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bells on as we upload daily content each and every day here on the channel for you to enjoy. So thanks again for everyone who is subscribing to the channel, watching every day, and helping this channel get closer to 20,000 subscribers. It's amazing to be here with you each and every day. So we have a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world of Magic the Gathering. Instead of banning some cards, they unbanned a couple of cards. And there's a lot of implications when you unban a card. They gave us back Preordain, and they unbanned, of course, Mind's Desire. Now, what happens when you unban a card? What do you think happens out there? A lot of sales happen. A lot of people start buying those cards again. Preordain went from like 20 cents to like $2. Mind's Desire was like a 50-cent card. It's up to like $13, $14. Don't you think somebody just made a lot of money right now? I'm talking a lot of money. Because when cards get unbanned, when they've been sitting on the racks, in some cases for decades, never being used, and all of a sudden they can be used again, and somebody held on to a whole bunch of copies, they make a lot of money. But not only that, if these are not reserve list cards, like when Time Vault became unbanned and Chaos Orb became banned, those cards were like 25 bucks. They were worthless. When you unban things like Time Vault, and the card went up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars again. Now the same thing happens even when it's not a reserve list card. It goes to from junk status that nobody cares about, and Wizards has no intention of reprinting it, And what ends up happening? Now it's a reprint target. A lot of people make money, the card's valuable again, it fits into all kinds of combinations, and Wizards of the Coast is aware of this. They didn't want to ban Orcish Bowmaster. They don't want to ban the One Ring. Those cards are in production. They are still going to be around for a very long time. They have no intention of banning some Golden Goose type cards. Again, Wilds of Eldraine, Golden Goose. They have no intention of banning those cards. At least not now. The money's still rolling in. They're making a lot of money from Lord of the Rings. So instead they gave us some cards back to hopefully add some competitive edge, I guess. Who knows what they're thinking. But I do know they were thinking about the reprint equity of those cards coming back online. Mind's Desire now is shooting up in value. If that card stabilizes at 20, 25 bucks, that just makes it a perfect reprint target for future equity and value of IP for the company. They're going to make some money off it. Okay, that's what's going to happen. And then later on, near the end of the life of Lord of the Rings, that's when they'll ban Orcish Bowmaster, the One Ring, or a combination either or. Who knows? We'll see what they play their hand out is. It's like playing poker with Wizards of the Coast. They're like, what should we do? We know we got to generate money. How are we going to do this? We're going to do this. It's pure insanity. And they knew it was going to happen. They did it anyway because it was good for the company. Remember that. What's good for the company, not what's always best for us. Although it's great to have some of these cards back in play. Using them for legacy and stuff will be a lot of fun. Now, for something like Preordain, I already own multiple copies from over the years. It's been reprinted a lot. But it hasn't been around for a while. And now that it's out there again, a lot of players are grabbing copies of that. And you're going to see that in today's video. Remember, this is a top 10 video. We're going through the cards today to show you all the craziness going on. And the sales are out of this world for so many cards that, yes, there are a few non-Lord of the Rings cards on the list today. It's crazy to see. But I just want to step back here for a second. Because when these cards get banned, when you hear of a card being banned like Oko or what is it, Once Upon a Time, cards like that, it doesn't always mean you should sell your cards off when they're basically worthless. Hold on to them. Sit on them. This is a perfect example of what happens when a card becomes unbanned. The financial implications of you selling. You're going to be selling a card for a nickel? You're going to give them 10 cents on the dollar because the card is banned? It's only banned in formats that maybe you're not even playing. It may be banned in a format, who cares? Even if you are playing it. If you put that card just back in a slot in your card cupboard and you say, okay, I'm just going to put this away for now. You mark it off as a banned card. Maybe you have a banned card box and all of a sudden cards become unbanned. and you have some of these cards over the last few years, you're like, wow, this card's unbanned again. Now it's shooting back up. But number one, you won't have to buy it again. Number two, maybe you're still not going to play with it, but now it has a lot of reprint value that you can cash in on, just like Wizards of the Coast. Remember, a company like this is protecting their IP and adding value and equity. You can do the same thing just by not trading or selling cards that get banned and just keeping them in the sidelines in case they ever come back around. It doesn't cost you anything after you own the card. Now, for this part of the video, we're going to take a look at the hottest selling cards. These are the hottest selling cards this week, and it really did shake up the list a bit. I thought Lord of the Rings was going to totally dominate, but of course we have a little bit of craziness to share with you. Let's get this party started. Number 10 this week, and fresh off the ban list, is Mind's Desire from Scourge. 2,398 sales this week, with an average price of $13.95, the market price of $7.77. A foil is $190 US, guys, but that's, remember, old Scourge foils, super expensive. And of course, it's 42 cents if you're looking in the Euro market. If you can get one from Card Market, sent over to you, okay? Now, let's take a closer look at the card here. It is a 2 blue, 4 generic sorcery. Shuffle your library, then remove the top card of your library from the game. Until the end of turn, you may play that as though it were in your hand without paying its mana cost, but this thing has Storm. Remember Storm, guys? When you play this spell, copy it for each spell that was played before it this turn. Crazy stuff can happen, okay? So keep that stuff in mind. This is a very powerful, very broken card. And if you've never had this card before and you're wondering, this thing was in Commander 2021, dual decks, Might versus Mind, From the Vault Lore, Judge Promos, Strixhaven, Mystical Archives, and of course in Scourge. So you look, it's been around for a while, but it had almost no value. Now look what happens. All these cards start jumping up in value, and it's all because it got reprinted. Keep this stuff in mind. It's a lesson learned for everybody. Now, number 9 this week is the Lambus. The Lambus bread, guys. Remember this from like the movies? That's right, Lord of the Rings. 2,657 sales this week. Has an average price of 25 cents US. Market price of 31 cents. A foil is 40 cents. 32-cent euro. This card here in Canada is around actually $1, I believe, right now. And if we take a closer look, it's a 2 generic artifact food. When Lambus bread enters the battlefield, scry 1, then draw a card. 2, sacrifice the Lambus bread to gain 3 life. When Lambus bread is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, its owner shuffles it into their library. It's actually a really powerful common, guys. Don't be surprised this thing actually climbs over $1 because it's just doing very well in the secondary market. Thousands of sales. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the number 8 card this week. And this is a Stern Scolding. 2,840 sales this week. Average price is 60 cents. Market price is 55 cents. A foil is $3.12. And of course, it's 60-cent euro to get this card to your house. Around $2 here in Canada for the Stern Scolding. I like the artwork there where like Gandalf's like, what are you thinking? We got to go this way. Come on, fool. What do you think? I love that card. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at our number 7 card this week, and that is going to be the Orcish Bowmaster, 3,050 sales, probably because it didn't get banned. Do you think maybe that had something to do with it? Average price, $47.98, market price of $42.16. A foil is $47.86, 43 euro, 46 cents to get this card to your house. It's around $60 here in Canada. This is going to be a very expensive card that everyone's playing, so let's see how it pans out. If it wins too much, they have to do something, right? You'd think they would anyway. Oliphant from Lord of the Rings comes in at number 6 again this week with 3,091 sales August 4th through 11th of 2023. Average price is 21 cents US. The market price is 12 cents. A foil is 27 cents. 13-cent euro to get this card to your house. And here in Canada, this card is actually still going for $1. So when you're taking a look at these types of cards, it is the mountain cycling that everyone wants that card for, but its secondary ability of actually being a creature you can play. It's a 6 casting, cost 6/4 with trample, and of course whenever the Oliphant attacks, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample to end of turn. That's actually a pretty good ability depending on how you're building your deck. Keep that stuff in mind. Multi-function cards like this are going to have a lot of playability in the future. Now number 5 this week is Cast into Fire. And this card had 3,295 sales this week. Now, it only costs 75 cents US is the average. The market is 75 cents as well. A foil is $3.07, 71-cent euro to get this card to your house, and it's around $2 here in Canada. Interesting card. It has 1 red, 1 generic, and it says choose one. Cast into Fire deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures or exile a target artifact. That exiling an artifact is amazing. Not going to the graveyard, not destroying it, exiling it. Compared to the good old Shatter, which only did one thing. Remember back in the day, Shatter just, one red, one generic, blow up an artifact. No. Now we get cards like Cast into Fire, which is just so fundamentally superior, it's disgusting. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 4 this week, and that is the Generous Ent. 3,723 sales this week. It is seeing a slight increase in price this week, okay? Just like the other cards I'm going to show you, some of these cards, because of their abilities, are really starting to uptick, and as the sales volume stays strong, the value has to go up to meet demand. The average price is 40 cents. The market price is 38 cents. A foil is $3.69, and it's 22-cent euro to get this card to your house. It's around $1.25 here in Canada, and the Generous Ent is a 6 casting cost. It is 1 green, 5 generic for that 5/7 with reach. When he enters the battlefield, you create a food token, but he has 4 cycling for 1. Like all these cards, making 5-color decks is just becoming so much more simpler. I mean, I'm not saying they're all effective yet, but it's simpler to work within the colors now to make it happen. So great card. I think, again, these kind of cards are going to hit higher than people realize in value, so keep an eye out. Now, number 3 this week is the Troll of Khazad-dûm. I want to mention this one because, unlike the Generous Ent, we're seeing a major uptick in the pricing. You can see it here. It went from like a 50-cent card to around $1. It has an average price of 88 cents. The market price is 96 cents. A foil is $3.85, and it's 26-cent euro to get this card into your house. But last week, this card was still below the 50-cent mark, so you can see it's risen a lot in value this week to meet the demand. It's a 6/5 for 6, but again, it's got that amazing ability of swamp cycling, and that's just like the Generous Ent, just like the Oliphant. We're seeing the exact same thing play over and over again, and that was your number 3 card. Let's go down and take a look at number 2 this week, and that is Lorien Revealed. Now, you can see this one is really spiking up, guys. It has had an increase of this month around $4 plus. It's how much it's gained. So people who bought this card when I said buy 4, and it was like 27 cents, look how much money, how much wealth has been generated. Wizards of the Coast will love this for reprint equity. But if you're one of those players who got in on the ground floor, congratulations, because this card is still selling. 4,971 sales this week. Average price has jumped to $4.39 US. The market price is $3.10. A foil is $6.60. It's €1.09 to get this card to your house, and it's around $6 here in Canada. Now, when we're taking a closer look at the card, remember, it's got that bottom ability of island cycling. I'm reading it wrong. I'm thinking of something else. And then we've got 2 blue and 3 generic, and of course, it can draw 3 cards. So depending on where you are in your game state and how the game's unfolding, a multi-ability card is just so great, guys. I love these new cards so much. So many of these ones are finding their way into my commander decks. It's disgusting. Now, let's go ahead and take a look. Lorien Revealed was last week's number 1. Here's your new number 1 this week. This is Preordain. Now, guys, you can see there are 9,201 sales. And if you think this was actually really hard to count, it wasn't. Stores knew I was going to ask this question. Tons of info came in, and people sold out like 100 copies at a time. So this was an easy one to count it up, guys. 9,201 sales. When we're looking at a monthly change, it's already seen a change of almost $2, $1.79 this month alone. And we're still only like the beginning part of it, okay? It has an average price now of $2.39. The market price is $1.69. A foil for M11 anyway is $49.44, and it's €1.02 to get this card to your house. Think about how many copies of this card are selling. Scry 2, then draw a card. It's a sorcery for 1 blue. An amazing thing to see it come unbanned and see the value jump up like that with speculators, people buying the card, wanting to use it again. Insane how much money was just made. And those are the cards I could count, not how many sold everywhere in the world. Tens of thousands of dollars in that card alone happened in a couple of days. Mind's Desire, more than triple that. $50,000, $60,000 in the space of a couple of days. This is what happens when cards become unbanned and people go insane trying to grab them right away. Now, do you think these cards will come back down in price? Are you willing to wait to find out? History tells us that these cards will dwindle back down in price after popularity, after the FOMO wears off. As we've seen time and time again, if you're going to be a patient player, you can reap the reward of waiting for this card to drop in price about 6 months from now. I know it seems like a really long time, about 150 odd days is when it will actually start to go back down in price. As we've seen with Mind Over Matter and other reserve list cards, it can take a little bit longer, but newer cards like this, it should happen quicker, okay? So I hope this video was very informative for you. I hope you guys had a good time here on the channel. I want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out and allowing me to entertain you each and every day with this information. It's amazing to be here with you guys. I look forward to tomorrow's reserve list top 10 video to see all the craziness going on there. I know, so Debbie Digger, right? And of course, we have a live stream on Sunday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you guys all there. Everyone's invited, so come on by. I'll see you guys then. Have an awesome day because it's a great game. And don't forget, bring a friend to Magic. Well, here we are at the end credits, and where would we be without all the amazing patrons I have on this channel, the loyal supporters, the fans of this channel who help this happen each and every day. Without these people, we wouldn't have the uploaded content we have, so thanks again to all my patrons. You guys are amazing. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ramble Jamble. It is late at night or early in the morning, depending on where you are. Thanks for making it to the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You're here with me as I drink coffee, which is great. Just a few points I want to catch up on. Number one, you're all awesome. Thanks for being here. I know, right? So when I look at this and I see all that wealth created instantly by unbanning cards, and you think about what Wizards of the Coast is going to do with that knowledge, you know they're going to reprint it. When you think about players who panicked, and some people did, and they traded in copies of Orcish Bowmaster thinking it was going to get banned. Not the One Ring, but the Orcish Bowmasters. A whole bunch of stores reported to me, oh yeah, there was guys who came in and traded in play sets of 4 already thinking it was going to get banned. And they got an okay trade in value because the stores are being a little more, not giving you quite as much money, only to find out it didn't get banned. And now they want to buy them back, and you got to pay full price. It's killer. One store said you should just wait. The guy's like, no, I insist. And the guy's like, okay, I can give you 40%, 50% trade in. They took the deal, and you're like, killer. But it happens, right? People trying to time the market, it never works out well. Anyway, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Looking for, hey, clean up the popcorn. Come on. This is a professional place we're hanging in here. Look, we got stock market charts in the background. Guys, you're awesome. You're awesome. I hope you guys are having a good one. Look forward to seeing you. And of course, we'll be here tomorrow, so don't worry. I'm just going to, click the button.